Good afternoon, everybody! It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, and welcome to the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Here on February, what is this? February 7th? February 6th, 2025. And we have an update in the case with Sean P. Diddy Combs and Sean J.Z. Carter, filed by Tony Buzbee and the Buzbee Law Firm and Jane Doe. Later on, added on the Vlasic or whatever the heck law group, the ones that was the lawyer for Trump, they got added on the lawsuit. And this right here, now after everybody just a couple of days ago, and I want everybody to please hit the like button. For everyone who's never been in here, and you're like, who is this fool coming on here? That's how we give it up here. Heaven Hollywood, I'm over here. I'm loud. I am what's the word? Animated. But I also tell the truth and I'm fair. Now, what's up, Milton? Free Diddy, Milton says. So now, for everyone that's saying, oh, what case is this? Remember, this was a case originally filed against Diddy. It was filed against Diddy originally, right? But But they added on, right? They added on Jay-Z. They originally filed it in September, and then October, I believe it was, they added on Jay-Z. Right? So this lawsuit was at the time a girl who was at the time 13 years of age. She was 13 years of age at the time, right? And y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. I gotta open up another window. Anyway, so at the time, she was 13 years of age at the time. Now she's 37 years old. And we all saw the interview on NBC that ended up backfiring, where none of her things that she had was adding up. Nothing she had was adding up. And Tony Buzbee, her attorney, tried to sugarcoat the best way. Oh, since she has autism, that doesn't mean it wasn't correct, and it could have been any time between that time frame and 4 years. Started getting all this information from Tisa Tells online. Now he realized that Tisa Tells was Tisa was just telling him a bunch of bullshit. You listen to some, you was listening to some YouTuber, listen to some YouTuber, and now she done got you out here looking crazy. Now, everybody was seemingly happy. Everybody was seemingly happy when they saw that, oh, Jay-Z, he withdrew the sanctions. He withdrew the sanctions. And that means he's guilty. He Tony Buzbee must have showed him something else. What's up? What's up, Tox? He must have showed him something else. No. So the other day, remember, Jay-Z and Alex Spiro, they withdrew having Tony Buzbee sanctioned, but they still put in for another dismissal of the case. Now, remember, this whole case was mostly Diddy. What's up, Sexy 60? What's up, Lori? This whole case was mostly Diddy. They just decided to throw Jay's name in there. And when this first came out, and he didn't get the he didn't Jay-Z didn't go running to the ATM like he thought he was gonna do, or running to the bank like he thought he was gonna do. And Jay-Z said, I know you're kind, and I'm gonna make an example out of you. Remember, Jay-Z said that in the beginning. I thought Tony Buzbee probably thought, you know what? I'm just put the pressure on him. He is a celebrity. He's got the Super Bowl coming up. He's not going to want this smoke. He's not going to want this bad press. But then when the NFL said, he was thinking that people were going to pull out, people were going to pull out on him, and then he'll say, oh, man, I don't want all these people pulling out on me, so I'm just going to settle it. But when the NFL came out and said, we're standing behind Jay-Z, Tony Buzbee probably said, uh-oh. Well, maybe if I put more pressure on and come up with other things, this will make them say, no, we're no longer standing behind Jay-Z. But then that didn't work either. And then more and more things are coming out. Thank God for the internet. Because the internet was able to prove Jay-Z was at least one other place prior to this happening. And the award show ended at 11 o'clock. So you got to figure if the award show ends at 11 o'clock, Jay-Z also had pictures downstairs at the bar of the VMA. And then after the show, Jay-Z was one of the last to leave. So he didn't even leave directly after the VMA. He was in the basement. Then he's photographed at Lotus. And so when you leave that area, if you are going up to the VMAs, and I was there that night, so trust me, I was there that night, and man, you were not getting out of there in 10 minutes. You were not getting out in 10 minutes. What's up, Marcel? It was taking you at least a half hour to get out of there. You got to go through the people. You know people going to be stopping. Hey, how you doing? Taking a picture with you, conversating with you. You know that was happening. And then you had to get out and tell the people, go get my car, or you had to wait for the limo driver to pull up. You had to call your limo driver and say, yeah, I'm coming out now. And then you'll have to wait for your limo driver to show up, which would be another 10, 15 minutes. So it's taking you a while to get out that night because it was jam-packed with traffic. Then he went to Club Lotus on top of that. So the timelines were all off, and they were not connecting. The timeline was not timelining as far as the so-called victim went. I'll get into I'll talk about Tooted Up, Marcel, or Tooted or whatever it's called. So all of those stuff just wasn't aligning. They went back and forth. Alex Spiro went and put up a PowerPoint presentation that pretty much showed you that it was utterly impossible for what to have happened that night at that time. Jay-Z last week after asking for sanctions, after asking for Tony Buzbee to be disbanded, after several dismissals, he put in for another dismissal. And when I saw that, I said, when everybody said, "What is Jay-Z doing?" I said, okay, this is some sort of plan from Alex Spiro. And I said to myself, when they said we spoke to counsel and they are accepting this, and I'm praying for no sanctions. I believe, I believe that he spoke to Tony Buzbee, and Alex Spiro said, "Listen, I got you here. I got you dead to rights. Now we can sit and wait around. We can sit and wait around for the judge to decide it, or we can get this done right away and you dismiss the case. I'll dismiss I'll dismiss the sanctions. You dismiss the case. If not, we're gonna wait it out. And the more time we wait, the more sanctions gonna be involved. But I really can't afford to wait it out, and you can't afford for the judge to hit you with sanctions. So let's just help each other out. I'll say I no longer want you sanctioned, and you dismiss the case. And that's what I believe happened. That's what I believe happened. Because Tony Buzbee had to go reach help. Somebody said he's got Trump lawyers. Yeah, but he had to go and get Trump lawyers. He didn't have them at first. He needed help with Alex Spiro. Alex Spiro's a handful. He's a bulldog. Alex Spiro's also Elon Musk's lawyer. So Elon Musk is cool with Trump. So, and Elon Musk lawyer is Alex Spiro. So I'm sure Elon Musk was like, to Trump, I don't know if you want to do that, man. This Alex is a beast. So it's a conflict of interest. I'm sure Elon Musk is probably telling Trump, you sure you want to tell your lawyers to get with this Tony Buzbee guy? Because Alex Spiro was going to eat his food. And then what? Less than 48 hours after Jay-Z decides not to withdraw the sanctions, this case is voluntarily dismissed without prejudice. That means they can't bring it back again. Or with prejudice. I mean, they can't bring it back again. So Jay-Z and Diddy, it also got Diddy off the hook. So now, what people aren't talking about is, because they won't let you know that because they don't want to dare give you any good report, any positive report on Diddy. That now makes, I believe, 11 total lawsuits. No, not total. There's probably been about 18 total with all the ones this week, and now a total of 11 from Tony Buzbee clients about Diddy has now been dismissed. 11 out of the 18 filed 11 out of 18 filed so far with Tony Buzbee. 11 out of the 18 um, lawsuits so far filed with Tony Buzbee has been dismissed. Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. And now he just filed about 7 new lawsuits on Diddy. And I'm sorry, I see those getting dismissed too. Tony Buzbee is a clout chaser, and he's looking for a check. He sees that Diddy's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to try to get him some money going out the door before Diddy either goes to jail for the rest of his life or, God forbid, something ends up happening to him. So this also gets relief for Diddy. Good news for him. Good news from Jay-Z. And Jay-Z, his whole goal was to have this deleted, to have this done before the Super Bowl comes in. And what happens? Jay wins again. Jay-Z wins again. Win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give it up. And every time Beyonce steps in the building, Beyonce wins big at the Grammys after a year after Jay-Z said it's ridiculous she hasn't won album of the year. She wins album of the year. She shuts out Taylor Swift. And now Jay-Z's case is getting dismissed. You can't have a better week. If you're Jay-Z, you can't have a better week. You know? And 2 days to spare. So shout out to the Jigga Man. He said at the beginning, I am not like these other people, meaning he ain't like Diddy. You know what I mean? Jay-Z, you gonna have to come with evidence, or else he gonna Alex Spiro to break you down. Diddy needs Alex Spiro. Hell, at this point, I'll take ASAP Rocky's lawyer. Diddy needs another lawyer. This dude he got, this dude just lets the state and prosecution tell him anything. He just says, oh, okay. He needs somebody hard ass. He needs either Alex Spiro, Sean Holly, or this guy top Topacano or whatever. This Italian lawyer that ASAP Rocky got. That Italian lawyer that Rocky got's pretty. Thank you very much, S9. Thank you, Sweets. Sweets. Thank you, Sweets. Right. Hope went and took care of his business. And he sat back. He done did more. Alex Spiral already done did more for Jay-Z than all of Diddy's lawyer from the beginning. From the moment Diddy got slapped with a lawsuit, he should have turned it over to his lawyer, and his lawyer should have told him back then what to do. And he wouldn't be looking the way he's looking right now. He should have reacted the moment the first lawsuit came in. And the moment the second and third one came in, my ass would have been on the first thing smoking. I'd have been on the first thing smoking. My lawyer would have told me, oh man, they coming for you. And I've been on the first thing smoking, the Bali, China, Japan, wherever I can go where they'll leave me alone. So I want to see Tisa Tells and Murad Morali and all these people make it make sense. All these people that ran ticket tape, all these people that ran to their computer to talk about Jay-Z, oh, he's guilty, he's this, he's that. I want the apology to be just as loud as the disrespect. Go and report that this case has been dismissed. Now let me tell you what Tisa Tells is gonna say. And Murad might say it too. I have to wonder is she's gonna say Tony Buzbee isn't done. That doesn't mean that Jay-Z's out of the woods yet. I think Tony Buzbee has something else. And she'll probably say, oh, did Jay-Z pay a settlement? And then, uh, you know, did Jay-Z pay a settlement and then have Tony Buzbee sign an NDA? No, because if Jay-Z wanted to pay a settlement, he would have did it from the beginning. Oh, did Tony Buzbee show Jay-Z that he had what he had and Jay-Z got scared and paid a settlement? So to try to make Jay-Z look like, oh, he paid Tony Buzbee millions of dollars to get out of it. No, that didn't happen. Right? So I'll be back with a full video on it. I just wanted to give y'all that report. Marcel asked me about Toot It Up. So she comes on and you guys asked me about Toot It. I'm like, so that's an old song? So she went and put out an old song that was before it was come out before, even though it was never for sale. People heard it before. And if they didn't hear the whole thing, they at least heard a piece of it because I heard a piece of it. So they at least heard it before. So that's not exciting to me. Right, they can't say that because Puff was dismissed too. You right about that, B. Evans. You right about that. And they hate to hear any good news about Puffy. But even Tony Buzbee, his frivolous lawsuits, y'all gonna cause Puffy to get out. To get out, you watch what I tell you. But everybody go on Teacher Tell's page and say, "Hey, Tisa, why ain't you covering, the dismissal?" But anyway, that's why I wanted to relay to y'all. I'll be back with my next update. Jay-Z's case has been dropped by Tony Buzbee and Toot It Up. Look, man, I was like, oh, an old song? Nice. But I'm not really feeling that. Like, why are you releasing old songs, sis? Don't you got a whole new album coming out? Why are you releasing songs that were old? Yeah, Tisa tells lies. I want Tisa tells lies to be sued. But we'll be back later, guys. When I go live again, we're going to come back later, all right? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. This was another installment of the Heaven Hollywood Experience.
Don't you forget about me.